Today marks 1 year since a shooter opened fire inside the Fifth Third Center on Fountain Square. And on this tragic anniversary, the city of Cincinnati is still healing. Not on your side, Allie Kramer is live on Fountain Square with a look at how that day has shaped our city. Good morning, Allie.
Good morning, Ryan. I remember that day a year ago and exactly where I was driving down 71 South right near Dana Avenue when I got the call. It only took a couple minutes to actually get here to downtown. And if you're sitting there this morning and you're hearing this story, can you remember where you were? A lot of us, either got a call from a loved one or maybe they got the push alert from Not on Your Side here to their cell phones. But a lot of folks that were actually here in the Fifth Third Center could hear that gunfire from their office floor. Of course, we remember it was just after 9 o'clock, 9:06 in fact, when that gunman entered the building armed with a 9mm handgun and opened fire. That man shot 35 rounds in 4 minutes and 28 seconds, killing 3 people and seriously injuring 2 others. Today, we want to remember those who were killed. 64-year-old Richard Newcomer, a superintendent for Gilbane Building Company. 48-year-old Luis Felipe Calderon, he was a manager at Fifth Third. And 25-year-old Prudvi Raj Kandepi, he was a consultant for Fifth Third. Brian Sarver and Whitney Austin were both shot and seriously injured, but they did survive. Whitney Austin tells us that she remembers walking through the revolving doors at the Fifth Third Center, and as soon as it spun to the inside, she was hit by the first bullet. She says that they were so forceful and intense that she dropped to the floor, and when she reached for her phone to call for help, she was shot again. She says that she played dead, and moments later, she credits her survival to Cincinnati police officer Al Staples. He was the first one to stop and render aid. You know, there were a lot of heroes that day, including the officers that ran toward the gunfire and eventually shot and killed that gunman inside the Fifth Third Center. But, you know, as we stand here a year later, we sort of look around and say, what has changed? What policies are different? And how has this shaped our city? I'll share that story with you coming up at 6:30. But for now, reporting live on Fountain Square, Allie Kramer, Not on Your Side.
It's a day we'll never forget, Allie. Thank you. Join us tonight right here on Not on Your Side at 7 for our special Fifth Third shooting. 1 year later, we take a close look at how the community has changed since the tragedy, and we will share in-depth interviews with survivors.